Alright everyone, Reviewbrah really likes fried chicken, and so he decided to do a food review of some Rippin' Chicken, which is apparently, I can't even remember exactly which restaurant it is that's offering this. It's basically like fingers of chicken, and I guess you rip them apart and dip them, and that's the point. And he seems to like, I guess he liked the final product and, scorfed it down. It was pretty funny. Reviewbrah, for those of you, the 10 of you that don't know who he is basically a young version of Mr. Rogers with a big appetite and a ham radio. That's how you could describe him. He's the kid who always wore the suit to school and slicks his hair back and sort of does the traditional outfit thing. Soft-spoken, he doesn't even say like hell or damn it. He's the sort of person who, yes, a 5-year-old could watch his videos. They wouldn't get any weird ideas. It would be totally appropriate. It's G-rated material. He managed to have his Rippin' Chicken video put into restricted mode, so you actually have to click through to watch it. Now, this is a sort of an intermediate mode between limited state and the old restricted mode. Old restricted mode, as long as you're logged in, you don't have to click through anything. If you were logged out, you would have to, or you couldn't watch it or something. You had to log in to watch it. The new restricted mode that they have is you have to click through, even if you're logged in and, you're an adult, like, I'm 30. I have to fucking click through to watch a Reviewbrah video in which, what's he doing? He's eating chicken. So, I don't know, was this an angry vegan, or the other possibility is much more malevolent? I'll tell you one of the major problems, I think, with YouTube's application of various punishments when things are flagged. Restricted mode and limited state and demonetization, and it's been demonetized, I guess, too, and he's like, basically, fuck it. Give me a tip on PayPal, because apparently advertisers don't want to be on this video. Here's a fatal flaw with it. If you're doing product reviews, or anything related to, you're talking about a product or service, or a place, a local store or whatever. What happens if the competitors of that firm don't like it? Reviewbrah has almost 1 million subscribers. If he says, hey, this product sucks ass, or if he says, hey, this product is pretty good, that's free advertising for good or ill for a business. The business itself could send somebody to flag the video, to try to get it demonetized, to try to limit its audience. A competitor could do the same thing. So, it's like Reviewbrah says, wow, this new Burger King chicken sandwich is really great. And people from Wendy's decide to mass flag the video. There you go. Therein lies the problem. The problem is YouTube, at this point, just assumes that the flag is legit, even for someone like Reviewbrah. Again, he's almost at the YouTube gold level. We'll probably hit that within a month, considering his growth. He's got 1 million subscribers almost. He's the most tame, advertiser-friendly person you can imagine. And yet he can't really get ads run on his videos. Most advertisers won't touch it because it's product reviews. Well, yeah, that's a little bit of a disadvantage now, isn't it? One of the big powers of the internet is that people are able to spread word about stuff that they like or dislike, about goods, services, people, ideas, and things of that nature. The problem, the thing that throws the wrench into the system, is when you have a monopolistic site, and Nunes is now openly calling these big tech firms monopolies, which is it's actually great to hear somebody in Congress say that. These firms are monopolistic. YouTube is 99% of all the videos that get posted or shared around. Let's be clear about it. Facebook video is an afterthought because Facebook at this point is an afterthought. Nobody fucking cares about them, or about Mark Zuckerberg, who provably perjured himself before Congress multiple times. When you get a situation where someone who is totally G-rated is nonetheless being abused by an algorithm, even after manual review, has to contact the YouTube page on Twitter, and he's like, hey, what gives? And they're like, oh, we'll get a second opinion. You shouldn't need a second opinion. Look, it's about reputation. For larger creators, for people who have 6 or 7-figure audiences, sometimes more, the assumption should be that they are in the right, and that if there's a bunch of flags all of a sudden on one of their videos, the flags should be discounted. They should be considered innocent until proven guilty. You got someone on YouTube who's been there for years, they have a huge audience, they are known by everyone to be G-rated, they are known to follow the rules. What's the fucking problem then? Whoever manually reviewed Reviewbrah's video and said, well, yeah, this holds, it's in restricted mode and it's demonetized. You're nuts. This must have been one of those problematic staffers that YouTube hired not long ago. They're like, and part of it was a good idea because YouTube has so many users uploading so much content, they did need more staff, in all honesty. The problem is that they almost immediately fucked around and started banning channels for literally no reason. Flag raids took advantage of the fact that a lot of these staffers were new and didn't apparently fully know what they were doing. They were deployed before they were fully trained. 10,000 people, I believe it was. Well, yeah, there's a problem. Do these people, by the way, when something is flagged like this, do they even get access to the metrics of the channel? Like, if somebody flags one of my videos, do they realize I got 250,000 subscribers? That I'm a verified partner channel? Or do they just say, here's the video stripped of every other context, and that's all they see? You know, perhaps you should be a respecter of persons to some degree when you're talking about people who, if too much abused, might leave your platform with gaping holes in it. It would behoove you to treat them with slight deference. I can't think of anyone more tame than Reviewbrah. Less controversial. He never talks about politics. And this is just more evidence of what I've been saying, which is that the YouTube purge sort of stuff. It's not a partisan political hack job. It's not a bunch of left-wingers got together and said, hey, conservatives are bad. We're going to abuse them until they leave the platform and leave it nothing more than a neoliberal echo chamber. Muhaha. That's not what's happening. What's happening is a combination of the misapplication of algorithms, poorly trained and too early deployed staff, and TOS that are no longer clear-cut. They're up for debate. They're up for interpretation by people who are working at YouTube or by, random flagging raiders. That's the other problem. The other problem is that people in a hyper-partisan class, they might decide they think Reviewbrah must be far-right because he wears a suit and seems like a tradcon, so we're just going to attack him anyway. Who flagged this video as being inappropriate? It doesn't make any sense. Whoever did, their account should probably be banned. I bet you'd find that it was, if you looked into the IP, I bet it'd link back to a competitor of the business that he was reviewing at the time. I bet anything. Either that or it's linked to someone who's like, they think Bernie Sanders is a far-right extremist or something, and they're just totally peeved off at everything. Or maybe somebody who just doesn't like YouTube because YouTube's, destroying their small news company. In other words, it could be a salon staffer, maybe someone at Drudge or whatever. Yeah, they're suffering. Yeah, mainly they deserve to suffer. Maybe CNN staff or something. Yeah, Reviewbrah, as far as I know, it's still set to restricted mode, which is really, really dumb. So they haven't even re-reviewed it again. After 2 days, they still haven't given it a second manual review because it's so obvious that the first one failed completely. A computer decides that it should be demonetized. Why? Nobody will ever know. YouTube doesn't show you its algorithms. Part of that is by design. People could take advantage of their algorithms if they did. But it's so opaque that people who have been on your platform for a decade are feeling abused. It's becoming an issue for YouTube as it's an existential crisis. It's sort of a battle. What is YouTube going to actually be? Is YouTube going to be a site where your presence there, no matter what you do, is totally tenuous? It relies upon, some staffer not shafting you, trolls avoiding rating your channel. You have to be you have to be totally sub-G rated. Like you can't even talk about anything. You could upload literally anything to YouTube. Somebody's gonna find it offensive. It's just inevitable at this point. Oh, I'm gonna try and close. Well, you're wearing too few clothes, or hey, you're wearing too many clothes. Hey, I don't like the color of your clothes. Oh, that brand is a competitor of mine. I'd better flag this video. Don't you see how that could become a problem? I do, and it apparently has become one. No, I think probably this was a business competitor that got disgruntled. They're like, oh shit, the Rippin' Chicken Sandwich, Reviewbrah likes it. That means that they're going to sell all sorts of extra chicken sandwiches. We got to put a stop to this. We have to teach him a lesson. That could be what happened. That's about all. Peace out.